You cool, man. You gotta get some PS in here. We gotta get you hooked up with a different brand though.
Yeah, obviously this week on sale. What brand is it?
PS.
Hey, what is going on, rich homies? Thank you for clicking on the video. This might be a more personal style video, but I'm gonna do everything I can to make this as educational and entertaining for you guys as possible. Maybe you'll learn a little bit about myself, about life, about finance, hopefully something. I'm gonna do anything I can to add value to your lives. So I want to start by saying that I am 26 years old and I have never purchased my own car, which means I've lived a very blessed life. Everything I've driven has just been handed down to me, which has been great, right? But it might be time to purchase one for myself. We will see. I don't necessarily need one right now, but my car's having a few different issues, and see, I've got some rich homies that know too much about cars, and they're very bad influences on myself. So we'll see what happens. Now you guys know how this social media thing works. Buying a car really turns into this aspirational event where it's so motivational. Like, they've worked so hard for this, they've grinded nonstop, and look what you can do if you work hard. Which is not necessarily the scenario for me. Buying a car is more of a, hey, you're 26 years old, you probably need to buy a nicer car than what you have now. Maybe, I mean, your car, you should just be grateful for what you have, and I am, but maybe it's time to upgrade a little bit. I don't deserve a new car. I don't not deserve a new car. It's just a life event, I guess. It's not gonna bring me happiness like health brings me happiness, or going to the gym, or being with my friends. But it will be pretty cool to drive something a little bit nicer than what I have. So we will see. I wanted to lay that out there before I get into kind of my thought process behind all this. Testing 1, 2. That could have been a day ruiner right there. Okay, so there's a lot of different options that I'm considering here, and you will be able to tell by this list that I have no idea what I want really, because it's just a wide spectrum of things. So I'm gonna divide this into two categories. That glare is terrible. I have a feeling we're gonna change locations a lot in this video, but this will work for now. So the categories, normal versus luxury. Now I think that's pretty self-explanatory, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have very strong feelings on each of these. But here are all the things that I've at least considered. On the normal side, I've considered the Honda Accord, which I used to have and I really liked. Nissan Maxima, I just think it's a really cool looking car. And the Honda Ridgeline, which honestly, I have test driven and I love. So I would say if I had to pick one out of now, it would be this Honda Ridgeline. So for the luxury side, so on the luxury side of things, I've considered it a Lexus, either an IS or an ES, 250 or 350, 3 Series BMW, Audi A4, A6 would be nice, but probably not something I want to pay for, or a Range Rover Evoque. Now, there's a lot of different pros and cons, I think, for each one of these, which we will discuss, and I will say that it's all over the place, right? I'm thinking about a Honda truck or a Lexus car, so clearly I don't know. That's why I'm going to go out today and really test drive a lot of different things. But I would say if I had to choose one of these on the list as of now, I would probably go with the Lexus, probably just a 250 or so. We moved our talents over to Lexus.
IS 250?
Yep, 250 Sport.
Okay, so the pros and cons just for your normal cars, your Hondas, your Toyotas, your Chevys, you guys know what I'm talking about. The biggest one is gonna be price, and obviously cars are not always that good of an investment. Very rarely are they. They're a depreciable asset, so if you can find these for a very good price, which you usually can, and a lot of times they're just as good as luxury cars. I'll be the first one to admit that. And with that comes with maintenance. So if you have to have anything done to the car, it's gonna be a little bit cheaper than it would be to work on a luxury car. And then the third one, I put a question mark, convenience. I don't know exactly, maybe it's easier to find places that will work on like Hondas and Toyotas than it would be with like a BMW, but I'm not sure on that one. So cons, less flair. In my opinion, they just don't look as cool. They don't look as stylish, and I just don't like them as much. This one is less perks. What I mean by this is, so if you go to a BMW, if you buy a BMW and you go to the dealership and you bought the car there and you need any type of service, they'll give you a brand new BMW to drive around while you have that one. You can't really do that with all of these other brands, which it seems minor, but just these little things that you just don't get. There's a reason that they are upcharging you, believe it or not. It's not just the name, although that is a lot of it. All those damn marketers, I tell you. So at the beginning of the video, I talked a little bit about a different experience between a luxury car versus just a normal car. And that is exactly what happened at the Chevy dealerships. So before we get into these, I want to mention I forgot to leave one of the luxury cars off the list that I'm really considering, which is the Acura TLX. I love that car and I've heard nothing but good things about it. So moving into the pros and cons of luxury, it's really going to be just the flip-flop of the normal cars, right? So style, I really think that they just look better. It's like, you know when you see a Lexus coming down, and maybe it's just the preconceived stereotype that you already have, but when I see a Lexus, it's like, wow, that's a sharp-looking car. Ego, I don't care what anybody says. If you're buying a luxury car, this comes into play. And maybe you don't want to admit it, but it feels good to say, I'm sure it feels good to say, yeah, I drive a BMW. It just feeds into your ego a little bit, you know? And it's gonna be a little bit contradicting with one of the parts and the cons I'm gonna talk about. Service. Now that, again, there's just a difference. If you go into a Honda dealership versus if you go into a Lexus dealership, it's just a different experience. And I think anyone that's been on both sides can really attest to that. Cons. Price. You definitely pay for it. And this is really what I've been going back and forth on. Yeah, I can get a Honda for the same price I can get a Lexus, but that Honda is going to be fully loaded where that Lexus is going to be kind of base model. And the other one is stigma. So when someone asks you what kind of car you drive, like, I don't know that I'm ready to say, oh, I drive a Lexus, I drive a BMW. It's because, you know, ego for myself, like, yeah, I feel good that I have it, but even though this might be stupid, I don't want that like following me around. Oh, the guy in the Lexus. There's nothing good about people thinking you have more money than you do, because I want to consider myself someone that's really well off, and when I see someone in a BMW, that's usually what I think, and I don't know that I want that. So that's honestly one of the biggest drawbacks for me.
Rich.
How's it going?
Good, how are you? Because they're trying to unload them, because everybody wants the 17.
I know.
And I know you want a 17.
Okay, so I'm not doing another hybrid. We
right.
can already nix this one then. No hybrids. Because one of the things that I do like about going like the Honda Toyota route is that I could get fully loaded. As opposed to like a Lexus, you're looking at like 60 grand.
Oh yeah, lose the bang for your buck factor.
Yeah,
which is a big problem.
Exactly.
The sensing technologies and navigation and everything.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good looking car, but for 30 grand, you know, I think I just want more.
Yeah. Nope, just kidding, that's the ball.
Now, Corey is someone with two very nice cars. So what would be one tip that you give to people when they're looking for a new car?
Man, I would say just never pay retail. So some people say never ever buy a brand new car. Some people say I'll only ever buy a new car. I would just say don't pay retail.
So you mean retail being sticker?
Sticker price.
Okay.
Always make sure you're saving some money, because as soon as you drive it off the lot, you know, cars depreciate. So just want to make sure you're getting a good deal. So either if you change your mind or you want to get back out of it,
True.
you don't lose any money.
True. I can see you in that.
My wallet couldn't see me in it.
I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
It's a big car.
different looking.
Yeah.
40. Oh, so that, yeah, no way in hell. There's no way I'm paying $41,000 for a Nissan.
No. So that's the thing.
Yeah, I could definitely see myself in something like this.
Yeah.
I'll just throw 5% on top of it. See, I always thought the Altima was a step down.
It is. I think it's a little smaller.
So Nissan Maxima's much more expensive than I originally thought. And even if I would have loved the car, I would not have bought this here because the salesman was so incompetent. You have one job, it's to sell cars. And how are you bad at it?
That was painful. That hurt.
It blows my mind that guy is selling cars. Like, I could have sold cars better than him. He knew nothing. So we're gonna add at least $2,000 back to my car value right now.
Actually, should be right here. All right, so we failed.
Still there. Go accessory mode.
Accessory mode.
Hold odometer.
Hold that button. Uh-oh. There it is.
Oh, buddy.
Look.
And that, my friends, is how you fix the maintenance required on your car. It's all done. I say we just go with the Bentley.
Yeah, let's do it.
I gotta go look at this A4, man. But don't like it.
Things will get owned by Corvettes 24 hours of the day.
Is that biased?
That's not a Corvette fanboy opinion.
That's biased. So the Q50 must be their intro model. This is real sweet. But this is just like the RC that I drove, really.
Yeah, it's cool. Okay, will do. Thanks, man.
Rich, tell me, Corey, what are your thoughts on Infiniti?
Too expensive.
So expensive. I had no idea that they were that much money. Just the Nissan was like, what, 40 grand?
40 grand, 41.
So I
fully
should have known that coming here was not going to be the best idea. I mean, they're nice looking cars, but
60 grand?
it's a lot of money. You say it has like 5,000 miles?
9,000 miles, I think.
The thing is, it's more expensive than a Ridgeline.
Yeah.
A lot more. Now I think about it. What do you say? This starts at 37?
Well, he said this is 37 for a used one. This one's only for perspective. This isn't what you would get.
I'm sure I have before at some point when Josh was too drunk to drive his own car.
Okay.
But besides that, I don't know, man. It just. Did he say this truck has Wi-Fi?
I don't know if it has Wi-Fi.
He said something about Wi-Fi, but I don't even know. Okay, so at the beginning of the video, I talked a little bit about a different experience between a luxury car versus just a normal car, and that is exactly what happened at the Chevy dealership. So the sales guy was, I would say, awful. So after a very subpar experience at Chevy, we moved our talents over to Lexus.
Dark interior, forgiving color, 22,000 miles, 13 GS 350.
All right, so what is this? The Lexus IS 250?
Yep, 250 Sport.
Is Eco and sport mode. Just put this guy in sport mode. Oh, it's in sport mode. They're not dumb.
Okay.
They give it to you in sport. You think that it just rides like that? No. Like the brand new RC was 35.
What?
Yeah, that's why I was looking at it because it was so cheap. A little cramped in there.
So what do you think about the room in this? I think you gotta hop in the back and check it out.
Yeah. You know what I really wish, honestly? I wish they sold a coupe 250. Lexus, I would say best trip of the day, best stop, like the car, best service for sure, and that's something I would absolutely pay more for to get that kind of service, but very, very pricey car. Yep, so we're gonna head over to the Honda dealership. They got my truck waiting on me apparently. And you know, the other thing about like the Lexus is, do you feel like in like the social media world, like just having a luxury car, it really motivates people to buy something?
Could.
Yeah, I think so. Especially in like the Instagram world, I see it a lot. It's almost like it's like the $50,000 selfie. Like, if I can take a picture in front of this car and say it's mine, but I don't know that I need a luxury car. Yeah, so here so far has been number one, the Ridgeline 2017. Model below this, it's actually a smaller screen. So not only do you not have the nav, but you get like a smaller screen, and then the dash just looks like.
This is me talking the word of God. Is that cool with you?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Commercial for Cybergenics, the largest supplement company in the world. And when something like this.
I would say, out of all the cars I've seen so far, this has been my number one choice, the Honda Ridgeline 2017. Is that people that are looking for a truck for real truck purposes are gonna hate this. They're like, dude, this isn't a real truck. Well, of course, but guys, I don't need to tow anything. I don't need to haul anything. This is just more of a mid-sized vehicle rather than it just being a truck, you know?
Yep.
It's not like, you know, I have like a boat that I need to haul around. Now, having a bed is gonna be nice from time to time, especially being a homeowner. But other than that, you know, I don't have a practical use for a truck other than the fact that I just really like it. Brand new is going to be cheaper than a lot of the other cars that I'm looking at.
Yep.
Chasing a deal and end up paying just as much, if not more money, just to say I got a deal, where I could buy something that I really like, which would be this. I would say this is my favorite that I've driven. We got to get you hooked up with a different brand though.
Yeah, I'll just do this one on sale. What brand is it?
PS.
Sorry.
30% late.
I did, you know, I came in looking for the white one.
That's right there. I have it here.
But I like the white until I saw the gray.
What
You're good. You're good. You're my guy though. If you get it, we'll talk. We'll talk. Go back to Josh's guy.
Yeah.
We know what he can do. If I want to actually pull the trigger on this thing.
but
Because I mean, financing you can find anywhere,
yeah,
depending on how I want to do it.
there's no rebate to give up, like 0%. I don't know if they offer 0% or not, but it's a yeah.
The real question is, are we going to do a food challenge at I'm going barbecue? Are we going plate for plate? Pretty sure it's $1 for all the beers, which I don't know how that's actually possible, but every time we've been here for happy hour, it's been $1. And it said $1 every day.
Done.
Robin.
Yeah.
What else you get?
I'm gonna do sriracha chicken, and then of course, smoky bacon pork.
Corey, I gotta say, I think you beat my bowl, man. I'm kind of disappointed in myself. Cheers to not spending $50,000 today.
Buddy.
So, 5 hours of car shopping, and the verdict is I am not a real rich homie because I am not paying what they want. I'll keep looking. There's no rush here. My car still runs for now, so we'll keep maybe go a few other places a little bit later on. Yeah. Maybe next week or something. I still need to hit up Acura. Might go to BMW, probably just to look though. Don't think I'll be buying anything, but Acura's a maybe. Well, I might not have got a new car today, but Josh and Kyle from Colossus Fitness did send me over some pretty sweet t-shirts. I featured them on the channel a few weeks ago. Hopefully you guys have already checked them out. I promise you, they have some of the best content in YouTube fitness. And one of my biggest pet peeves is cheap t-shirts. I hate it. You put them on, they feel like crap. You wash them, you can just tell they start falling apart. And that is not what these are at all. These are very high quality material. They fit great. They look awesome. I really do like them. So what I will do is I will throw a link down below if you guys are interested in purchasing them. I know that they have them for sale, but get them while they're hot, because do people still say that? Get them while they're hot? I don't know, but just buy some. I really don't know why I keep giving Arctic Zero a try. The Frosty method is just not the same. It's okay, but Team Halo top for life. And that is how we're gonna end the video. Pretty anticlimactic. Didn't get the car. Not the fairy tale ending, I would say, but who knows? Maybe I'll buy one tomorrow, or maybe I'll put it off for another year or two. I really don't even know, but this was a lot different than my normal content. Don't worry, this isn't gonna be the normal thing. It's not gonna be like I'm going on these shopping adventures every single video. Just for variety purposes. So hopefully some of you guys got something out of it, but thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch. You guys could have been doing anything, and you chose to spend a few minutes with me. That's pretty awesome. Please give the video a like if you enjoyed it. That really does help me out a lot. You made it to this point. You had to have liked something. I look forward to talking to you guys next time.